LA radio don't support us. We got DJs out there that don't come from LA, don't support our music, that don't give us love, don't give us a shot. They'll rather play Drake, Lil Wayne, you know, whoever else is hot. You know, no disrespect. Hey, I love their music. They shit is hot. They banging. They got hot records. Fuck that. Them niggas ain't from the West Coast.
I dream the West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast, I dream the West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast. How the fuck you gonna leave me at the game when my name is burning? Hotter than the flame on the street level. You gotta ask somebody, Ateezzy, nigga. I'm still with a shot, demanding money, harassing everybody. If he don't act right, hit him in the body with the cage. Nigga, I'm a line and a rage in the cage. Nigga, better try to turn the page. But you don't wanna see this, though. This West Coast killer, California for show. For Ateezzy, it's really not easy to be that nigga, the Mac Ateezzy. And put it down, let them know this the West Coast. Niggas on the West do the most. You better try to run and hide this West Coast killer, California homicide. I dream the West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast, I dream the West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast. Mr. Radio, this your last chance, try to get it right before the West Coast nigga take flight. And when we take flight on that ass, we gon' smash on that ass, we gon' smash on the gas. Pedal to the floor like you don't know, this West Coast killer Cali for show. And we gon' show your ass that we're about our mash and we're about our cash. West Coast killer Cali niggas clicked up. 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 And the West way too tough for them suckers to be putting us at the back of the bus. And this our radio station. A matter of fact, it's the West Coast nation. West Side. The West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast, I dream the West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast. This West Coast killer Cali on mine, on everything the West is about to shine. This ain't Ateezzy, this my time, and I'm about to manifest these rhymes. Got them scared, doing backflips. We the niggas from the West, we centric. Clicked up with essays and Asians, stacking papers in a family on vacation. I thought you knew that we was dog eat dog. Creep through the small, creep through the fog. This the West Side killer California. A real niggas roll up on ya. We dipping Regals, rolling in Lolos, taking pictures of bad bitches and photos, and send them to the homies up in the pen to let them know that the West all clicked in West Side. I dream the West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast, I dream the West Coast, I walk the West Coast, I talk the West Coast, I fiend the West Coast, I mean the West Coast, I love the West Coast, I roll the West Coast, I stroll the West Coast. I mean, these cats is coming out, you know what I mean, working at the radio stations, they from some other states. And so they playing the people from their states, and you know what I mean, even shut the West Coast out. You know what I mean, I'm like Dre, Snoop, you know what I mean, Tupac, nigga, E40, nigga, I'm with the West Side, nigga, the West Side regulate our radio station. I mean, it's just like, you know, if you go back east, and you set up a dope spot, you a West Coast nigga, you set up a dope spot in the East Coast, they ain't gonna have it, you know what I mean? So